Hi there, Gaz Regan here. I thought I would bring you a little Christmas story here on Christmas Eve 2015, and I think it's a heartwarming story, and it's a story about family, and it's a story about giving. So I hope you enjoy it, not too long. I'm going back now to Christmas of 1973. I had been in New York for only about 3 months at that point, and I was feeling a bit homesick, as one tends to get around the holiday period. So I booked myself a flight and decided to go home back to the UK for Christmas. My parents didn't know anything about this. I was 22 years old, and I just showed up on their doorstep unannounced, and their doorstep was the doorstep of a pub called the Bay Horse in Thornton, Lancashire, on the Fylde coast of the UK. So I showed up. Everybody made a big fuss of me, and you know how I hate that. Then the next day was Christmas Day, and the family gathered for Christmas meal. So there was my father, Bernard, my mother, Vi, and my grandmother, Nan. And my grandmother lived with us all of my life. She was like a second mother to me. So we're all around the dinner table there, Christmas Day. And my mother said to me, Gary, she said, do you know that sovereign I have that I wear around my neck? Now, I'm sure most of you know, but a sovereign is a gold coin minted in the UK. It's worth £1. And a lot of people use sovereigns as jewellery. You'll see sovereign signet rings and sovereign pendants. And my mother had this old sovereign in a pendant that I'd seen her wearing all through my life at various times. So she said, you know that sovereign I have, Gary? She said, if I gave that to you, would you wear it? And I said, oh, Mother, of course I would, yeah, that's wonderful. And Grandmother Nan piped up, Gary, if you take that sovereign, you must never take it off your neck. That sovereign belonged to your great-great-grandmother. It's a family heirloom. Well, I'm sure you can imagine I was very touched at this. I said, Nan, I promise I'll never take it off. And my mother said, well, I'll give it to you a bit later on when we're back at the pub. And later on that night, I was upstairs in my parents' flat above the pub. I hear my mother whisper to me, Gary, Gary. And I looked round, and she was there at the top of the stairs. She said, Gary, come here. I said, what are you whispering for, Mother? She said, Gary, here's that sovereign that I promised you. Oh, I said, thank you, Mum. This means so much. She said, Gary, don't ever tell anybody that that belonged to your great-great-grandmother. I said, why not, Mum? She said, well, I lost that one last year. She said, I'd been to a party on a yacht in Malta, and I got drunk, fell off the gangplank. By the time they fished me out, the sovereign had gone. I said, oh my God. She said, and that sovereign had Queen Victoria on it. The one I'm giving you has Queen Elizabeth II. She said, I've been trying to get it out of the house ever since I lost the old one, so your grandmother will never find out. So there I was, very touched. The spirit of giving was with my mother that year, and I took the sovereign and smiled gently at her. I'll never forget that moment. It was so wonderful. And of course, I lost the sovereign about 6 months later. Happy holidays!